Hello, America. You're about to see some video footage of the Terry Jones protest and counter-protest that just took place outside City Hall in Dearborn, Michigan. Last year, I debated Terry Jones on whether he should burn the Quran. The main reason I'm against burning books is that I think it's an extremely low form of criticism. There are many ways to criticize a position: arguments, debates, parodies, songs, cartoons, paper bag puppet theater, and so on. And I would say that burning an opponent's text is such a low form of criticism that it discredits the person who's doing it. However, there are much, much, much lower forms of criticism than burning books. For instance, we disagree with you, and we're going to silence you by killing you. The murderer's veto. We disagree with you, and we're going to silence you by slaughtering people at random until you shut up. The homicidal maniac's veto, made famous by the people of Afghanistan. Then there's Dearborn's bread and butter. We disagree with you, and we're going to silence you by throwing you in jail and finding some absurdly desperate legal justification for our obvious violations of your constitutional rights. The Mayor O'Reilly veto. So whatever you think of Terry Jones, there are vastly more horrendous ways to get a point across than book burning, and we don't have to look very far to find people whose methods of criticism make Terry Jones seem like Winston Churchill or Abraham Lincoln by comparison. But what I'd like to draw your attention to in the following video clips is a massive inconsistency that I'm seeing from people who condemn Terry Jones. Watch these clips and see if you can spot it.
Said, the two enemies of the people are criminals and government.
Fuck you, Terry in hell! You're gonna burn in hell! Devil, go home! You're gonna burn in hell!
Did you catch the inconsistency? Muslims and non-Muslims are gathered together to condemn Terry Jones for his speech against Sharia and the Quran and Islam. The people protesting against Jones say that his position is intolerant and bigoted and that it divides people and incites violence. So they're condemning Jones and being deliberately provocative because they find his message so distasteful. Now, isn't that exactly what Jones is doing? Isn't he condemning the Quran and being deliberately provocative because he finds it intolerant and believes that it incites violence? Perhaps I can clarify my point with a little paper bag puppet theater.
The Koran. Let's see what this book says. Allah does not love the unbelievers. I guess Allah isn't very loving. Fight those who do not believe in Allah. This sounds like it could lead to violence. Do not be friends with Jews and Christians. That can't be good for developing cohesive communities. Christians and Jews who reject Islam are the worst of creatures. Now that's downright offensive. These teachings are evil. I condemn this book. What? How dare you condemn something you find hateful and intolerant? We find your claims hateful and intolerant. Therefore, we condemn you. Burn in hell, Terry Jones. Burn in hell!
In other words, if tolerance now means that regardless of what we find in this book or how much we disagree with it, we have to smile and act like it's okay, wouldn't the same apply to Terry Jones? I.e., no matter what he says or how much we disagree with it, we have to smile and act like it's okay? You see, at this rally, people on both sides of the street agreed that when a message promotes violence and hatred, you condemn it, sometimes in a very harsh manner. The only disagreement between the two camps was whether the Quran promotes violence and hatred. But that's an issue for public debate and discussion. So enough of the shouting matches and barrier breaching and shoe throwing and book burning and constitution trampling and unlawful arrests. If the real question is whether the Quran says something bad, let's get together and peacefully debate whether the Quran says something bad. Of course, history shows that when someone calls for debate about the Quran, the response is generally, how dare you call for persecution against all Muslims, you racist, homicidal, intolerant, Islamophobic bigot. I call that the coward's veto.
I hope you're recording that the things that you say about Dearborn aren't true.
No, we'll see.
Yeah. No, you don't see.
I know.
You're great inventors of myth, so.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, you are.
I invented the myth.
I dare you to put that on. Yeah. Yeah, you're a great inventor of myth.
Right.